Alright guys, what is going on? Welcome to the live stream. Hope you guys liked the previous live stream, but I'm going to try to play as Georgia, for as long as I can until, we totally collapse. So hopefully that's not what happens today. Let's go ahead and transition this over. And what's going on, guys? Welcome to the live stream. We got Donna Frank in the live stream. Like how everyone is always just like, first, I was first. I'm just kidding. Get down to Frank, Maximo Minecraft. Thank you for the suggestions that you have given to the game. It's kind of late, so I got a few minutes. Before I go to sleep, at least where I am. I need to play as Jordan one day. One day we will play as Jordan if we are successful with this Georgia live stream. And then I think Jordan will be the next. Could be the next one. I've always liked Jordan. I've always liked Georgia. Jordan is actually one of the other countries I've always been interested in. Let's go ahead and check to see what the difference is. They have a larger GDP than us. They have 11 million population. They're a royalist political party, religious monarchy. The capital is Amman, 36,000 square miles, one region, arid desert is their climate. 0.05% of the world GDP, 2.86% growth rates compared to our 23%. 21% unemployment, which was our unemployment, but we have gotten that down to a stable number. Hopefully it's stable. National deficit is 10% in Jordan compared to our 6.35%, which is down. Their currency is actually worth more than ours, give or take. 86% debt to GDP ratio, and ours is lower to 46%, mainly because of our increased GDP. We actually have a higher GDP per capita than them, so living conditions are improving. But hopefully inflation doesn't screw too many things up. CO2 emissions, million tons, 10 million tons in Georgia and 26 million tons in Jordan. 100,000 troops in Jordan compared to our 15,000. And then 0 nuclear weapons in both states. We already have a free trade agreement with Israel. Let's sign one with Turkey. They're literally right next to us. Yeah, let's go ahead and sign a free trade agreement with our neighbor. That should have been our first order of business, honestly. I still regret not nationalizing the... the natural gas sector. I am so pissed that we were unable to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and come over here to diplomacy. Let's go to economy. We have no active contracts with Turkey right now because we have to cancel the one that we had. And then electricity, we have electricity imports coming in from Russia. We have imports coming in from we have beef imports coming in from Ukraine. That was to stave off a possible famine. Hopefully we can cancel that soon. And then we have exports going out to the United Kingdom, including building, housing, and roadway, and wine. Oh, I think what we're gonna do is that we're gonna try to invite the Prime Minister of United Kingdom over to Tbilisi. I'm getting at it right now. Tbilisi. Dank boy, what's going on? We got the Georgian in the live stream. Who the hell is messaging me? You still streaming Power and Revolution videos? Yes, I'm streaming right now. Let's see what they say. Hello, PG, have you ruined my country? Not yet. Let's go ahead and overview the situation in Georgia right now. So basically, we have a $1.34 billion working up to Turkey would help counter Russia a bit. Yep. We have a $1.34 billion deficit. We have a 3% structural deficit, which is good. That is really good. I think we could get this deficit down to like 4 or 5%, and we're going to have a positive structural surplus. Debt servicing is 2%, and public debt as GDP is 51%. Public debt in total is $10 billion, which is going up. And the nationalized sectors have been giving us more profits to our economy. However, the only issue as of right now with the economy is that we have an inflationary problem. This is mainly because of the contracts that I have signed. And if I go over here, you can see that my growth rate is 23%. And compared to the starting of about like it was like 14 to 15 billion dollars with GDP, we are now at 21 billion dollars, and our GDP world share is going up. Exports are up $2 billion, and imports are actually down about $20 million. 20 million, I'm saying that correctly, 20 million, I believe. You actually see, this is 100 million, this is tens of million. So yeah, imports are now down $20 million. So we need to go ahead and cancel another contract. I think we're going to go ahead and cancel the wine contract. No, we can cancel the building, housing, and roadway, actually. $600 million. Oh, wait, this is doing a lot for our unemployment, though. Like, this, like, will, if we cancel this, we may have to leave this, so we could cancel the wine contract and then renegotiate it at a later time. We'll think about that for a second. We need to think about getting the corporate tax up. Oh, thank you. So yeah, every time we increase the company tax, we just need to get our... So we need to... We're going to shoot to get the company tax to about 20%. And then that company tax is definitely going to help us lower our growth. And in turn, we will still get a good amount of money from that increased corporate tax.
Our infiltrated agent was spotted and murdered.
Oh, come on. 12% inflation.
You've changed.
Employers should participate in financing the state budget in a more just fashion. Our experts found that the prevailing tax burden on businesses was quite bearable. Therefore, I have decided to ask businesses for a little extra effort.
All right. What's the difference? What's the benefits and cons of nationalization versus privatization? As small countries, whenever they actually do give you a lot more breathing room whenever it comes to finances. They give you some money. So basically, if I come over to, let me look at one of my nationalized sectors. I guess we'll have to go over to energy, because apparently the Georgian government literally has like a stranglehold on the energy sector. So if I come over here, so basically $100 million of this is all mine. So if I have a partial nationalization, so if I go over here to hydraulic electricity, we will see that $391 million of this is in profits. So as a partial nationalization, some of this is going to me because I own some of the sector. However, if I have a full nationalization, then all of this goes to me. All of these profits are mine. The sales are not what you're looking at. It's going to be the profits. Total workforce. We're going to increase this to 5,000. So yeah, and so if I came over here to conventional gas, so Again, I really regret not nationalizing this sector because I underestimated the amount of gas that Georgia has, because apparently I thought it was important that we nationalize the oil sector over the gas sector. But anyway, so most of this would be going to me if I had nationalized it. However, whenever you do nationalize it, let's go ahead and read this. The state can have different reasons for nationalizing: acquiring a strategic sector, securing jobs, or reaping the benefits of the sector, but all at the expense of a certain loss of profitability. The state requires its shares over nationalized companies by taking them over several years. On the other hand, when privatizing, the sale of the state's shares to private investors generates an immediate revenue windfall if the state is the majority shareholder. The sector's deficit or profit is also included in government revenues. So if I actually wanted to nationalize it, it would cost the government $16 billion, which is literally nearly the entire GDP of Georgia. So that is nuts. Might as well nationalize whole energy sector at the cost of getting removed from the WTO, because the WTO doesn't like it whenever you nationalize. But basically, when you, what I like to do is, especially like, as the United States, for example, I usually nationalize strategic sectors. So I actually go off of this. So what I would really recommend, and I'm going to have the Georgian government do this too, because let me actually see if I can do this. Yes, they would actually allow me to do this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys this. We're going to call this the Nuclear Acquisition Act. Nuclear Acquisition Act. So what I like to do, as any country, if you're ever planning to purchase a nuclear power plant, always nationalize that sector completely. So sector under control of the state, we're gonna submit that reform, and then what we're gonna do is we're also gonna go over to nuclear generated electricity. We're gonna pull this too, and people like that, or at least the parliament likes that. We're gonna acquire both sectors. Basically, what this is gonna do is that as soon as I am able to build a nuclear power plant, whether it's 3G EPR, which I'm gonna shoot for, or just a regular nuclear one. I'm gonna do the EPR because I don't trust the regular nuclear sector. But basically, these power plants generate a ton of money, and especially if you're playing a country that has the means to build multiple nuclear power plants at the same time. Public sector. So yeah, people actually like that public sector acquisition. But basically, if you're playing as the United States or something like that, always nationalize the EPR sector, because the moment you start making that, and if you're especially a small country like Georgia or Turkey, or even, that will be one of the best investments you're gonna ever make, because you get a ton of money off of those sectors alone. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. Go ahead and watch my economic guide if you have not. Those are... my economic guide basically does cover nationalization. Go ahead and watch that if you have not. Most of the time, I'm going to refer you guys to my economic guide, because you're always just like, what does this do? What does this do? And I'm just like, have you not watched my economic guide? Go watch it. Alright, let's continue to look. Electrical materials. Do I have electrical materials? Great Public Bionics usually becomes a multi-billion-dollar sector. Rare earth oxides, negative 11,000. Wait, hang on. Hang on. I think there's breaking news right now. Hang on. Sorry, I'm trying to get this news article pulled up. I think Anthony Blinken just resigned. You're kidding. Hang on. We got major... Holy... Anthony Blinken? Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, it was a legal advisor of the State Department. Okay. Oh my god. I was like, yo. But no, it was a legal advisor for the State Department. I hate Fox News because I got this Fox News article that literally said top State Department official resigns, and it showed a picture of Anthony Blinken. I'm like, don't freaking tell me that Anthony Blinken just resigned, because if Anthony Blinken resigned, that is huge. Okay, so free trade agreement by Turkey has been refused. The trade volume between our two countries would be too small. We would perhaps even lose money in the exchange. Your country is too small, so compared to Turkey, they're way too small. I guess that leaves out any sort of free trade agreement with the United States. But why would Japan literally sign one with me? That's interesting. PG, we need the life support voice. What's going on? Oh, I can't remember what it was. Hey guys, PoliticsGaming here, and today I'm ready to fucking end my life. Y'all better donate to the stream because I just cussed on it. Oh, you know what I am gonna do? I'm gonna nationalize the... Oh, crap. I'm gonna nationalize the, You know what? I can actually do this. Nuclear Acquisition Act. I'm gonna nationalize the non-conventional gas sector. Oh, let me go ahead and meet with my party just so that they will vote for this act. I swear to God, I'm gonna be pissed if this doesn't pass.
Sure.
What I really like, by the way, company
No
tax.
problem.
What I really like is that Everson basically added a feature now to where instead of asking your party leader to vote for everything individually, like a part of a reform, they literally just said, hey, vote for the reform.
I'm sorry, but we still disagree on some points.
The bill has been...
I like how it's like a swing to the right. Increasing contributions barrier to our business's competitiveness. Yeah, I know, but we're causing too much growth, my boy. You need to pay your fair share. I must remind you that the goal of a political organization like ours should be to alleviate as much as possible the contributions made by businesses. Let me look at something. By the way, the modding tool is out, and I have the modding tool now, so if you guys have any scenarios that you guys would like me to preview on this channel, go ahead and tell me. I would like to. Tax swindle! Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. love telling the politicians in this game that their fans are militants. Yeah, same. Oh, look at that. Look at that little... Only Sean Irwin can save the world from COVID-19. I need to do a Sean Irwin playthrough on Power and Revolution. Yo, that would actually... That would... That's a good idea. Isn't that a good crossover moment? I like how my party's barely against it. Alright, let's see what my growth is doing right now. 24%. Yeah, we need to get that. We need to get that company tax up. Studies show the gap between the rich and the poor continues to grow. This is particularly true in terms of taxation. Tax on low income is too high and disproportionate in relation to the income of higher brackets. This should be, which should be taxed on a higher rate based on the salaries they receive. It is easy to legislate this area and restore a bit of social justice in our country. All I can do is hope that you have been listening to me. See you soon. That is from the Workers' Party for Socialism, Secretary General. You get profits from the oil line through country? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I have the ability to close the pipeline, but I don't have the ability. Which could be a good investment if I... What if I made a... Yeah, there's no way that I would be able to do that. But I could try to get a pipeline to, like, Greece or something like that. We're going to do this for the future, but we're going to go ahead and ask for permission now for an oil pipeline through Turkey. Because they're the only ones that would probably accept it. If I could get through Russia, and then, like Ukraine, and then I could literally get it all the way over to Germany or something like that. Turkey has accepted.
This country signed our request for authorization to construct a pipeline on their soil. Since we have a good economic relationship with them, we didn't have any trouble convincing them.
Yeah, and let's try Greece. Greece as well. Authorization for the construction of an oil pipeline. And we'll try to judge the cost of an oil pipeline. Nuclear Acquisition Act.
The vote was held and the...
Oh, thank God. And we actually also nationalized the non-conventional gas sector.
This country...
All right, look at that. All right, let's go over here. Let's go to a gas pipeline. Yeah, that would literally suck up all of our manpower. Let's try building that one more time. This time not like an idiot. So that would be $17 billion, $3 billion. That could actually be a doable effort. But definitely not now. $10 billion over the next... how many years? And if I wanted to sell natural gas to them, we could make that back in 10 years. No. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we do have authorization now through Turkey and Greece. Maybe if there's like a more friendly party in Albania or... Yeah, there's no way that we can get into Western Europe. At least right now. Unless we were to go through Russia, and then we would definitely be able to go through Ukraine. But I highly doubt Russia... What's the benefit of the pipelines? Basically, a pipeline, the best way to describe it is, so if I do this, go over to Germany, go over here, go to natural gas. Let's go to natural gas. So if I go over to natural gas. So basically all of this, the reason this is actually lower than it's supposed to be is mainly because there's transportation costs that are in this game that are not really told to you explicitly. So basically, this can be higher than $8.3 billion. If you were to use a pipeline, then basically what it's doing is that there are like these invisible freight lines, like trains. So like there should be trains that go through Russia, Ukraine, all the way over to Germany, or, you know, from here goes through Turkey, Bulgaria, Romania, Hungary, Slovakia, Czech Republic, and then Germany. Or whatever route that they're going to take. Basically, they take whatever route. We transport it through trucks, we transport it through trains, etc. So whenever you have a oil pipeline, basically there's an option. So let me actually see if there's an option with Azerbaijan. Because whenever there's a pipeline, so oil, nope, that's not there. Usually there's like this transportation map where it says LNG/train. So it would be transported via train from Azerbaijan to Georgia, and then, you know, vice versa. But then there's the ability for you to use a pipeline. And then so what the pipeline is doing is that the pipeline is essentially eliminating the transportation costs of taking it onto a truck, loading it onto a train, and then the train having to use the gas to go all the way over to Germany, transport gas, and then come back and then do it all over again. All right, Maximo, see ya. So yeah, essentially, and there's this little guy right here that like if you have it on easy mode, this little professor or like rainwater guy over here, he's really helpful at like the game. Like he's listen to him, man. But he basically tells you that the point of an oil pipeline is that it eliminates transportation costs of transporting that oil. So yeah, TLDR, an oil pipeline eliminates the cost of transporting it via train, and then you're able to get more profits from that. Because if you actually go over here, most of the profits, so like if I like building, housing, and roadway, come over here, it uses cement, wood, electrical materials, and steel. And it costs to build a car or build a house or something like that, whatever you're using these construction workers for. So basically, okay, so go over to clothing, for example. It takes synthetic fibers and cotton for you to make clothing, right? And then it costs to be able to put all of that together and then make a cloth out of it, or clothes, or a shirt, or pants, or something like that. So the profits take into account the amount of stuff that goes into it and the amount, I guess, like the prices of those products, etc. The economy in this game, and that's why I really like the economy of Power and Revolution, is because all of these sectors are completely interconnected. So like electronic components uses plastic, chemicals, electricity, copper, gold, and rare earth oxides. And you know what? I actually have an idea, by the way, of how to get the inflation down. So we're going to do that in a second. But it all pays into mind what the sales price is, what the purchase price is, what the price index is, how much your supply is, whether you have embargoes or shortages or not. And then it takes into account the company tax, and it takes into account it's like a chain of production kind of, which is really cool. Exactly. And that's actually why I really think that this game is ahead of other geopolitical simulators in terms of the economy, because everything is interconnected. If one sector, if you're trying to subsidize a sector into existence, yes, you're going to be able to get more production off of that, but that sector is going to lose profits if you don't have the supply of the profits of the sectors that it needs. So if you're subsidizing the crap out of electronic components, you actually have the chance of your profits not really going up that high because you don't have one of these. Maybe you don't have enough electricity, or maybe you don't have enough copper. So what I can do is that I can find a country in the world and import from that country. So if you lower the cost of oil, it will drip down into other industries. Theoretically, yes. We didn't win any medals. Damn it, Georgia! Alright, they're all gonna get shot. Oh, by the way, Gaga Lord. Someone donated a second ago. Yeah, Gaga Lord. Only Shonarwin can save the world from COVID-19. By the way, thank you so much for that donation. I completely forgot to give you a shout out there, so I apologize for that. Considering the present context, I'm forced to deplore the scarce funds we have at hand to just ensure your daily security. Let me look. Huh, yeah, we definitely need to hire a bunch of cyber analysts. Look how low it is. Jesus. We're also going to do cyber awareness. How much would it do? $119 million. Company tax. Okay.
Our task force.
Now, what's task force? 15% inflation. Oh, kill me! Hey, what's going on, Ted Cruz?
Our sports.
Capture process is now in effect. Cool. Georgia. I've got Corbin Palicarn in the stream. What's going on, man? What's going on? Ooh, I got Commissar Bro to reply to me on YouTube. I asked him, I said, what is your thoughts on Superpower 3? Because he used to play Superpower 3 back in the day. He said, I have many thoughts. I haven't decided if I want to make a video or how I want to express my thoughts yet. I find it half hard to believe despite the obvious and apparent evidence of its existence. I would like to see more information regarding its release, major changes in gameplay, I'd also like to see if Golden Labs have any plans on incorporating and showing support for YouTubers and streamers who will be playing the game or have supported the game in the past. And I want to think for sure whether or not this is the game we've been waiting for. I undoubtedly would like to see Djibouti rise again. I'm going to reply to this, and I'll go ahead and continue to stream. What's your biggest concern regarding Superpower 3? That it'll suck. Like, it's kind of like takes away from the game that, you know, a lot of people are used to from Superpower 2, but I don't know. Alright. Sorry, I was making a reply to Mr. Commissar, bro. Big shout out to him. Roki, what's going on? Never seen you here before, I don't think. Alright, so... what am I doing? Okay, so we need to continue to go forward.
The
Tax
bill-
on company. 25%. Jeez, stop going up! I may have to cancel those contracts. Yeah, I'll cancel the building, housing, and roadway contract. And wine. So I guess the wine contract is doing more. What I need to do is that I need to import raw materials from someone, somewhere. Let's invite the president of Brazil over. Yep, meeting canceled. That's what I figured.
pretext.
Okay, so yeah, let's go over to diplomacy. Brazil. Who else do we have close to us? Let's just try Turkey because I know it'll be cheap. Probably. Turkey. Preferably buy from a poor country. Who else do we have that's like good relations with us? We could do Kazakhstan. Israel, Greece. Let's try the big boy across the sea. Purchase. We're gonna do a set of materials. I know they have a lot of steel. No, we have steel. Rice, railway construction. Don't need oil or natural gas. Iron? Ooh, yeah, we could. $129. Once we get that back, we're gonna add another clause to it, and we're just gonna make a whole trade contract. And every time we get, so let's see, 165. Let's do 140, and we're gonna add a clause. Let's try coal. Yeah, we can do some coal. 435. Let's do 3 different contracts. Computer hardware, consumer electronics, electrical materials, electronic components, fish, flowers, fowl, fuel. We could do fuel. Which actually I think we can... $359 million. I want to shoot for at least $1 billion contract, if we can. Steel. Synthetic fibers. We need raw materials. Utility vehicles. Vegetables. Water supply. Wine. Yeah, we don't need wine. Wood. Tobacco. Wait. Tobacco, no. Liquor. Fowl, fish, colza. Cereals, snow, building, housing, and roadway, aluminum, bauxite, that's what we may need. Nope, they do not have bauxite. Beef, beer. Bottled water. Import some video games, yes, good old-fashioned Ukrainian video games. Yeah, let's do copper. Let's send that over and see what they come back with. Agreement negotiations. Let's check over all of them. So we got iron. Call this the Kiev. We got 158. Oh my god, 5.8 million tons. I mean, that could... Let's do 1 million. And then coal. Let's do 800,000. And then copper. So what about the purchase price here? So we got 158, 219, 126, good. 509, 683, 405, good. And 5993, 3935, and then 4949, just smack in the middle, I guess, is what we're looking at here. So we got 162 million, 407 million, and copper, 21 million. Let's go ahead and add one more clause. We need one more just to kind of hammer it down. Chemicals, clothing, colza, computer hardware, electrical materials, fuel, milk. God, that's a lot of milk. What am I doing? 11 video games? There was one thing that was like $500 million, but I can't remember what it was. $11 copies of Stalker. One for each minister. Early access. Tea. 1.7 million. Rice. Railway. Let's try 26. Alright. Let's go ahead and send it over. Go to Wednesday. Contract accepted. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This should be at least $500 million. Yeah, oh yeah, it's definitely $500 million. Looks like it'll be around $700 million. Cody Barton. Hi, PG. This is my first stream I've caught. Love your economy guide. Awesome. I'm glad that you like the economy guide. Alright. And I think the newspaper should tell us the total amount that it was. Hello there, dear citizens of Georgia. It's your girl, the president of Georgia, and today we'll be doing a giveaway. Hello there, dear citizens of Georgia. It's your girl, the president of Georgia, and today we're going to be doing a good old giveaway. And so go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you guys are being affected by this 25% inflation, go ahead and smash that motherfucking like button, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and dislike the video, unsubscribe. Alright, so happiness declines. I love inflation. Well, that trade contract was meant to lower inflation. Alright, we're gonna max out the interest rate now.
Our
Industrial
scientific cell
espionage. Hell yeah! Look at that nuclear technology that you have. Only 2 terawatts from one power plant? Really? I want the most zeros on my money as possible. Alright, Zimbabwe. What's the hardest nation you played? This one's starting to come up there. What is the hardest nation I've played? Greece? Army. I think what I need to do. Ugh. Damn bug just keeps flying all over me. Give everyone like a $50 raise. Can I afford that? $72 million. Increases the deficit a little bit. People are gonna like that. Somalia is the hardest one that I played because I didn't even finish Somalia. I just died during the live stream, so 50.6. Check my unemployment rate. Inflation keeps increasing. Yes. Tourism professionals complain. Tourism professionals complain about the few efforts implemented by the government to facilitate the access of foreign visitors to different tourist sites in the country. I don't think they're wrong. I really wish that there would be like more of a straightforward way to mess with tourism, because let me go over here. I know tourism is actually one of my biggest sectors. Let's look. Conventional, oh yeah, look at that. Conventional gas now makes up 35% of my national sales. It used to be tourism and hotel trade. So it's like conventional gas, tourism, hotel trade, hydraulic electricity, building, housing, and roadway construction, chemicals, wine, milk, electrical materials, conventional oil, and fossil electricity. That sucks that fossil electricity is in there. And that's why we're moving through this very slowly, but I really am confident that we're going to have this economic situation under control by the next election, which is in 2024. So we literally have like 3 years. Mastery of nuclear fission. Physicists have succeeded in provoking a nuclear fission reaction and controlling the chain reactions coming from the bombardment of atomic kernels that cause the tremendous release of energy. We are therefore at present able to generate these phenomena in reactors and recover the produced energy. We are not the first, but we can profit a lot from this technology since our manufacturing procedure is very specific. If we wish to patent it, we're not going to patent nuclear technology. We're now September 12th, 2021. Let's go over here to budgets, because tourism is in here somewhere. Yeah, we're spending like $13 million on tourism somehow. Let's go over to services. Let's go over to hotel tourism trade. And I guess one of the ways is by subsidizing it. So let's go ahead and $50 million. What if I exonerated the sector? No. Services are... So, sectors involved: air transportation, railway transportation, naval transportation, urban transportation, and courier transportation. So what about here? Urban transportation. What if I wanted to nationalize that sector? I usually like to nationalize the urban transportation sector for some reason. I don't know why. Because this is like public transportation. Let's just partially nationalize it for now. Alright. Sorry, I'm just taking a drink. Alright. You know what I want to do? I want to go to Batman. Where is it? I think you think too much before making a decision. I usually just follow a plan no matter the country, but, you know, I could be wrong. What, is it wrong to think before I act? Company, good. Growth, please go down. Please go down. God, whenever the year turns over, we are going to be in such a rut because the growth is going to be bad. Because our deficit is going to skyrocket. Thinking is overrated, yes.
The bill had...
The hell does Libya want to meet with me for? Let's try it. Damn it. Game theory teaches us, nevertheless, that you wouldn't quantify this setback as a strictly negative since our men's cover-up remains intact.
The police in uniforms and civilian clothes are currently marching through the city to the sound of their whistles.
What whistles? We don't even have a police force. Alright, I'm gonna go over here to head of state communication. Order a poll. Putting attention. Looks like we're pretty good in terms of a vote share right now, so we're not too hated. People don't like my environment, but they don't like my purchasing power. They don't like the national service. All right, publicize a movement. Police station, Georgia. Let's do Saturday.
Good morning.
Copper. They want to sell me copper. Why do you always want to sell me copper? Nah, we already got that.
Sure. Our country is confronted with many subversive
Yeah, many subversive undercurrents. By the way, yeah, like half of your country is not in the hands of the government. They barely produce it too. Yeah. Hell, what's up? What's going on with you, Libya? What's going on? You want to talk? Oh, look at that! We've gotten 2 more illegal immigrants for some reason. Any differences with the latest update besides Trump? Yeah, I noticed that. It took me forever to find the patch notes. Let's go ahead and look at the patch notes. Because some of it they added in the last update. It's just apparently they 6.74. So it says removal of pre-existing coalition at the start of a new electoral campaign, unblocking of the Secret Services vis-a-vis the surveillance of terrorist individuals, functioning of networks, adjustment of calculations for the production of energy buildings, wind turbines. Oh, that's big. Wait, hang on. Yeah, so I actually noticed in the United States, if you play the United States, like 20% of energy from the United States is now produced by nuclear. It wasn't that much in like the previous edition, I don't think, or at least in the previous update. So that's what I noticed, is that there was a huge difference in energy production. And let me look. Energy construction, solar 2 terawatts. I need to build this somehow, someday. So that would throw my expenditures to $8 billion, but my revenue is going up. We're actually about to get it to budget deficit 1.23. So yeah, the deficit is going down. I think once we need to get to the end of the year.
Frontline fighters of the streets. You are the bulwark of the law, the recourse of victims, the mediator of conflicts. You are also a listening ear, the eye that monitors, and the hand that strikes. Your mission requires true dedication and unwavering passion. My commitment to you will always remain strong.
Thanks, lady. It says correction of the dates of the data columns of causes of mortality. Update various data and added a prime minister for Ukraine. Facilitate entry into the European Union in relation to the level of human rights. Correction on the triggering of conflicts following a UN intervention mandate against the nation. Update of national budgets, income to expenditure for certain countries, especially in EU. Alignment of the calculation of life expectancy with the death rates. Elimination of the appearance of EU funding in countries' revenue in case of co-finance construction. Fixed the location of a disaster created with the God and Spy. Addition of Ronald Trump and the playable characters in the opposition to USA. Adjustment of Vietnam's diplomatic alignments. Very specific. Correction of access to certain wars on the world map at reception. Oh yeah, I remember that. I'll have to check. Correction of oil and gas resource units in the constructions table. Update of electrical productions for some countries. Okay, so that's what they did with the United States, because they again changed the energy production in the United States. You play an expert. I play on realistic. Everything is set in the middle. They change anything Afghanistan. They did not. I'm playing on my current game right now is on the most updated version. I didn't even notice that they updated it. I thought they literally just added the modding tool. But yeah, no. Afghanistan is still a republic at this time. We're most likely not going to see that change until the 2022 edition. Anyway, going on, it's addition of a notification of refusal of free trade contracts, delivery of vaccines in the EU definitively stopped after the end of the epidemic, correction of disappearance of cities and some taken by an illegal organization. At least they're getting that done. Take into account the CAP, the cap, in EU funding. Update of budgets and tax receipts in various countries, India, some EU countries, etc. Blocking of school exchanges with one's own country. Correction of an abstentionist vote situation at an EU summit. I've noticed that, where literally like half of the parliament abstains. Replacement of the vice president in the event of death. Inheritance of certain discoveries in the event. Inheritance of certain discoveries in the event of annexation. Correction of the birth rate GDP per capita in the event of annexation. Additional tests on electoral coalition promises. Improved small Japanese font and graphics. Corrections, various layouts in Russian. Possibility of increasing the minimum wage even in the weakest economies. Even weakest economies, okay. No suppression of coalition when a minister dies. I never noticed that. Correction of loss of GDP and unemployment in some countries, including Somalia. No possibility of destruction of satellites by air units. I wonder if they could only do that for, like, China or the United States, because it's China and the United States are the only ones that have ever shot down satellites with like, ships. Do you reset your gameplay every time there's a new update? Sometimes. If I've had a game going long enough, unfortunately, like, I have, like, a game, that tech series as Japan. I'm gonna have to continue that another time because now, like, that save has now become unplayable because now, like, it literally says, like, this sector has laid off, like, 50,000 employees and it needs, like, $5 billion to survive. It literally thinks I'm in a pandemic now. Even though I'm not, I'm playing in the no COVID mode. Next quarterly loan, we actually might pay some of the debt. Public debt. So public debt is actually stopped. Greater funding. Yeah, I know. I know you want funding. I want to give you funding. How about Prime Minister of Japan? I'm pretty sure that he's still the same. I mean, at this time, Japan hasn't even inaugurated their prime minister yet. I don't think. It's like Fumio Kishida. Yeah, Fumio Kishida. Let me see. He is the prime minister yet. Fumio Kishida. Yes, he is the Prime Minister of Japan. He is now the 100th Prime Minister of Japan. He assumed office yesterday. Or at least yesterday or 2 days ago. He succeeded the previous party leader, Yoshihide Suga, on the 4th of October, 2021. He was the former Minister of Defense in 2017, a position he only held for like a week. And then from 2012 to 2017, he was the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Many things have changed in real life lately, I know. He was the president of the Liberal Democratic Party starting on September 29th, 2021, and then he was inaugurated into office as Prime Minister of Japan about a week later. So, Yoshihide Suga is no longer the current Prime Minister. Value added tax. Let's increase this. Oh, yeah. Try to get that up to 20%.
Here is our growth forecast for the end of the year based on calculations that we made last month. This is an excellent figure.
It's not an excellent figure. That's a lie. 21% inflation! Ah! Continue to look. Bottled water. Maybe it's that free trade agreement with Japan that's making this so bad. Oh yeah, I wanted to see what that contract was. Always forget. I'll always forget. Let's do the previous edition on October 4th. Try the 27th. The Eurasian Economic Union accepted Serbian membership. Urban transportation, state is investing. Almost 1,000 people were protesting, and let's try September 20th. Interview with the first gentleman. Din Ping at his height. In Winnie the Pooh?
I don't use.
Our network.
I want more inflation controls in this game. Like, there's no way. I just need like a really, really weird tax policy in order to fight inflation, and that's really what I'm trying to do right now. If inflation was lower, like, it'd be pretty fine right now. But the deficit is going down, and we're almost at the end of the year.
The alarming situation of freight transport may have a negative impact on the economy. If businesses cannot access their raw materials and dispatch their goods in a timely manner, the whole national economy will be impaired. In short, it's imperative to act before the transport problem brings down our GDP.
So whenever it comes to freight transport, that's what I always get kind of confused on. Like, how do you affect freight transport? Let's go over to services. Let's go to railway. Need to find ways to remove all that excess money flowing into the economy. I like Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's a pretty nice state. I know a couple of people that work there, but there's always just kind of like, it depends on the type of place that you want to live in whenever it comes to where you want to live. I've never been to Pennsylvania. I've never been to the east or the northeast. So can't really say for sure. Traffic is jammed. Traffic in the big cities is becoming a real headache. Traffic jams are permanent. We do not have enough public transport to clear the main roads. To this, we must add parking and pollution problems. You therefore agree, Madam President, that we cannot stand by like you're doing now, looking at you past the... I love that. Ideological betrayal. I'm warning you about your tax increase policy. Many members of the party have expressed their inability to understand this view. Yeah.
The bill has...
We don't do it that often. Should invest a little more in food control. Is very small expense and will guarantee the entire population, especially infants and children, a food supply that is healthy and without bacteria, viruses, or chemicals. Should be a national priority. What is our malnutrition rates? Is it going up? Kind of. Freight transport in the game is affected by ports and airports. Improvement of fission plants. What was that? Health scientific discovery. Okay. Also increases energy production. We're not the first. So I don't think that was 3G EBR. Nope, it was. When are we going to discover this? 2024 to 2026. We could probably do better if we do the scientific research. Cold fusion. I think we did. Nuclear, $4 billion. Jesus Christ. Would going on a construction alleviate the inflation? No, I don't think so. Freight transport is affected by ports and airports. So let's I guess, could we think about building an airport? Let's do this with Turkey. Proposing an international construction project, you must sign a bilateral accord with the country that will have access to these new lines or highways. Cool. Let's do that. What time is it where you live? It is 3:24. I am in Central Time. GMT -6. Agrees to a potential partnership. Okay. Then we can build a highway there. Look at that. Inflation is now topped off at 25%. We need to make it to the end of the year. 26%. Leveling out, so at least that's good. Yep. The country is a disaster in terms of organic farming. Dissemination of junk food is a genuine threat to public health, both in the development of cancers and obesity-related problems. You must take direct action to develop organic foods that safeguard the body, do not pollute the soil, preserve biodiversity, and capture more carbon to fight global warming. Hyperloop. Somewhat leveling out. So in the future, I will invest. We could do a port. Like over where Batumi is. That would certainly alleviate the freight transportation. Freight issue. President of Chad, we're going to refuse that. How much would a port cost? Oh, $1 billion. It would take 18 months for it to complete. Yeah, we're going to make our way to the end of the year, because once we get to the end of the year, basically what's going to happen is that the growth is going to reset. Nice taxes, sure. Oh yeah, you want me to increase taxes on roads, but you don't want me to increase taxes to stop inflation? Okay. Do economic map. We are really good with Ukraine, so we could consider signing a global economic contract with them as soon as we are able to. We gotten any news on Superpower 3? You guys are going to keep asking me questions that I don't have the answers for. Trust me, like the moment that I get that news, I will let you guys know, but don't ask all the time. If I increase spending, will that lower inflation? I don't think so. 27%. Stop! This is as high as my interest rate can go. Please stop. Please stop. Oh my god, the inflation. I'm considering these are all purchase contracts. I'm considering suppressing the wine contract. Let's go ahead and suppress it. Wait, what did I just do with my finances? Okay, I didn't.
Although
May have touched it. Please. We'll pay attention to the wine sector, see what that does. Energy, still good for right now. You need ways to lower the money supply. Inflation so high because there's so much money around, thus increasing prices. Exactly. Do you guys have any ideas on how to lower this money supply? Let's think about this for a second. 26% inflation right now. Or growth. 27% inflation. It's about to hit 30%. We could commit to austerity. We could do austerity. Austerity is an option. But very sure, yeah, I mean, see, there's not much that I can do in terms of austerity. We're not going to be making that much off of austerity. Tax, tax, tax. Yeah, I'm playing as a conservative party. I can't tax. The deficit is going down.
Our info.
although you
adopt Russia's currency. Gee, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, the hard thing is that whenever I try to increase, like, look, it doesn't want me, my party does not want to increase the industrial pollution tax. We're gonna do that. We're just gonna increase it by like a half. We're almost at the end of the year, so growth is about to reset in the deficit. We're going to prepare for a massive increase in my deficit because of the growth. Because the reason my my deficit is so low right now is because of the growth. Can you reduce stuff like Social Security coverage? Let's look. No, I mean, I pretty moderate in terms of legislation. Oh, look at that $3 pension that everyone's getting. Oh, $1.4 billion. I'm only $6 million off of privatization. Alright guys, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you guys want to see more content like this, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss anything on my channel. And whenever I do post, go ahead and donate to the Cash App if you are able to.
The bill has been...
Alright, we're going to go to the end of the year. We just passed that industrial pollution bill. We're going to go to the end of the year, see what this damage is. We'll see what the deficit goes to. What's your inflation again? It is 30%. My inflation is 30%. Alright, we're gonna prepare for a massive national upheaval. As that deficit is going to increase. People are really gonna hate the national finance situation. The economy grew 25% in the previous year.
Here are the GDP and growth figures for the
25%. The economy grew by a quarter. GDP is now at $22.9 trillion. Let's go over here. 4% is now the national growth. We're going to keep it that way. Watch out for growth. Yeah, you tell me. So we're going to hope that that growth stays at 4%. We're not going to do anything. Please stay at 4%. Please stay at 4%. Space research. More and more interested. Yeah, we could consider that in the future. Looks like it's staying at a solid 4% right now. Tariffs could be an option. Tariffs, no. Tariffs, I'm gonna keep tariffs in the back of my mind. Budget deficit at 6.09%. Loans are now at $11 billion. Debt service is $494 million, and the deficit is at 6%.
Here is our growth forecast for the end of the
4.07%. Inflation should be able to start going down at this point. We're going to give it until February. We're still at a steady 6.65%. Why is it taking them 1 day to build one power plant? That's unfair. And once inflation starts to go down, then we're pretty much good, because then expenses are going to start going down. And that's actually the reason why expenditures are up. So the deficit, as this inflation starts to go down, then the deficit should start going down with it, theoretically.
Our network our scientific
more power. Yeah, we're not going to patent anything right now, because we need to lower growth. That is the goal as of right now. Winter Olympics in 2022 have been opened. Come on, stop flattening. Don't flatten on me. We're going to increase the industrial pollution tax gradually. Barely, so long as our parliament allows us to. And we're slowly gonna get more money off of this, but then gonna get more money, but then we're also gonna lower growth, and we're gonna keep growth lowered. Soon enough, industrial pollution tax is actually going to run the economy. The part where the economy went brr was more fun than Inflategate. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. Cyprus. Oh, does Cyprus want? I didn't even think they were an independent country. Piss off all the Greeks in my chat. We're actually about to be larger than the Cypriot economy. So what's my deficit doing? Expenses should be going down as inflation goes down. Getting aid to other countries help lower inflation. I shouldn't be giving away aid. I don't think. Yeah, I'm not giving away any aid.
Good morning.
Wood. They want to purchase wood from me. We're going to refuse any contract as of right now. inflation is really simple, especially with the tools that you have in this game. It's basically like the more money that's in the economy. The reason that, like, you know, growth was all over the place last year in the game, like, was mainly because of how hot the economy is, because there was a lot of growth coming out of a lot of different places. So that's why a lot of people sometimes never even make it through the first year
The bill has been
of playing a small country, and I understood the risks, and it sucked that it put you through that. Let's try 0.6. I think your per capita income increased by like 1,000. Let's population. We're actually about to hit 5 million people. GDP per capita. Yeah, it's gone up by 1,000. Yeah, you were correct. Where's my boy Crab Rangoon to explain inflation to you guys? I'm gonna restart this. Excuse me. Salary increase. Yeah, here we go. Staff are losing patience regarding the salary raise that they consider legitimate given the cost of living. You always get these because of the inflation. There's an obligation of professional discretion in this job. There will be no public demonstration. Nevertheless, my position might become very sensitive if things don't change quickly. So let's go over to servants. Increase this by $50. Yeah, you always get these salary increases because of how hot the economy was.
the bill has
We have to keep things practical and not be too proud. A good idea would be to find a rich donor who can boost the party's bank account. These people are approachable. It's up to you.
I'm also thinking about changing the finance laws. Salary raise could lower inflation. You do realize that higher wages means higher inflation, right? You're giving money. The salaries are because you would have to make more money. Yeah, the salaries would be given to those people, and then those people would use that money to spend into the economy. The issue with that is that the more money that there is in an economy, the more money that there is in an economy, the less that it becomes worth, and then the higher that inflation becomes. Higher minimum. The one of the biggest issues about higher minimum wages is that the higher the minimum wages, the higher that inflation will go. And that's why some people are really worried about sending. Did you try increasing the VAT? Yes. Yes, I did. VAT has gone up like 2%. Let's go over here. We're going to continue to increase the industrial pollution tax. And this is really, 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 really good option for times like this. Would have the option to change currency. Send it in as a suggestion. They look at your suggestions. 2022. The 2022 edition better be like some sort of like economic expansion pack where it's like oh my god, like currency controls, like Jesus Christ, we can finally like manage the economy a lot better.
You've changed
the deal on ecological issues. 4-8, so we're gonna go to 4-9.
You are given.
Growth
Here
is
is our
up
growth.
5%.
The bill has been...
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed. Our deficit is really going to start going down real soon. I'm going to go ahead and step away for 30 seconds, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Higher wages equals lower growth equals less inflation in game. Inflation relates to currency value, quantity of money supply, and demand for that money. But really, you can purely think of inflation as rising prices to keep it simple. Yeah, exactly. Hi. Can you declare war so we can make this episode fun? Well, I mean, you're obviously arriving late because we had a very fun year in 2021. So we are... I would screw everything up, but still be fun nonetheless. Well, I mean, we have two terrorist groups that we can go to war with very soon, which is the plan, especially this little guy right here. We are going to reunify the entire state of Georgia, or the nation of Georgia. So once we get this economic situation under control, I think in the next episode, or next live stream of this, will consist of us going to war with the two countries, two separatist groups. Hopefully the Russians don't intervene. But we are now finally getting our economic situation under control. 2021 was a fun year because it was all over the place. 2022 will be a year of recovery, and possibly 2023 will be the reunification of Georgia. Maybe late 2022. Depends on how quickly we can get this inflation down. But inflation is plummeting. $4.3 billion for a third-generation nuclear power plant. Alright, we're gonna continue on. Mediocre. Okay. Gen Z should go outside.
The police.
Our scientific cell infiltrated our network.
The bill has
been partially disbanded. You should watch AFM's new video. Is that the weird one where it's like the Gen Z uprising in Ohio and California or whatever? I watched that one. Ooh, nationalization of the banks. Should I? Yes? Maybe? Yeah, I watched that one. Anti-sleep molecule. Why would anyone not want to sleep? Ah, yes. Growth is now getting to a satisfactory amount. Gabe Vogel in the live stream. Let's go. What's going on, Gabe? Master of Power and Revolution.
Although you
Now we're really gonna start lowering the deficit. gonna shoot. We're pretty likely soon. We're gonna get this down to like 3%. We're gonna continue to increase that industrial pollution tax until we get up to like a 2 or 3% deficit. We're really gonna start lowering this deficit over the next couple of weeks. And I think what we could also do, since we have somewhat of a control over inflation, we're going to build an airport. We'll do that in 300 days, just less than a year. See what the work begins. It will bring no notable changes since our country's current resources are sufficient. Whatever. We'll try to get a port coming in too.
I'd like to
congratulate you on your popularity. He looks white, but for some reason he sounds Indian. Eversim needs to hire me as a voice actor. They need to call me up and just say, hey, do some lines. I'm gonna say, okay. Get me and Gabe in Crab Rangoon to do some lines. Come on. Gabe and Crab, by the way, if you guys are up for it, I would if they call me and say, hey, do some lines, I'm gonna try to get you guys in on it. That will be the greatest thing. PG, I heard you came out. Of what? Of what? What did I come out of? The closet? No, I didn't. I'm gonna beat Gen Z up. Closet. Ah! Yeah. Yes. Yes. What are you? Gay? So you're still in it? Screw all of y'all. I'm ending the stream.
The bill
has been voted on and a law has been passed. Industry. Look at that. Exchange rate in dollars is now 37 cents. Sorry, I apologize if you can hear the barking in the background. Inflation is now at 20%. Let's see this. I pay attention every time. I always pay attention to whatever. Let's see if I can just flat out increase that to 1%. Nope. I think I can do 0.9%. Oh, God, I love lowering the deficit. Always pay attention to your growth whenever you're messing with taxes that could.
The alarming situation.
port. I could do a port that's going to cost $1 billion. I'm going to lower the deficit a little bit more before I go for a port. I also really want to build a highway between Gori and Kutisi. I think it's Kutisi. And Kutisi would go over to Batumi. Annex Armenia and Azerbaijan to create the Mountain Republic. Maybe. Wouldn't that invite intervention from the Russians? I would literally just have to launch a surprise attack against Yerevan and Baku. But that would not stop them making no effort. Yeah, you still love me. Their electoral promises. Oh, look at how low my deficit is now. Cool. Awesome. And inflation is now under 20%. Thoughts on Earth? Wow. 14,000 are now sitting in the capital. We'll be back in 30 minutes if the stream is still on. Possibly. We've been streaming for 2 hours. We may not. Disturbances extend. Okay, so the sit-in should end soon. Yeah, okay. We're going to invest a little bit more into environment just to prevent that happening again. Legislation, regulate traffic, alternating traffic every other day.
Our sportsmen are ready.
The bill has...
Here is our
2% growth. Great. Great. $25 billion economic power, GDP. Almost as high as Cyprus. We're about to overtake Afghanistan, but we're higher than Iceland. What about economic power? Higher than Iceland. Yeah, economic power and GDP are pretty much the same. Budgets. Total public debt, percent of GDP. We're higher than South Korea. We're actually better off than South Korea. Well, actually, no. South Korea is better than us. Just declare war on the entire world. Yes. Absolutely. Easy win. Absolutely. You should run for president, Gen Z. Exports are up $3 billion, which is good. And then imports, I guess, are up too. Trade balance in total is up $2 billion. Oh, I could eliminate the deficit right now. Okay, actually, let's do that. And then let's build a port. And then let's also go over here. Create a little bit more growth by making some oil wells. Major workers in. No notable changes since our country's current resources are sufficient. Hey, you guys complained about freight transportation. Oh, well. We can't cancel it. Hunger strike, what the hell? Mother Earth is dying. How am I anti-environmental? Oh yeah, it's because of the oil well. Ecologist. Let's try to meet with him. Try to tell him to stop his hunger strike.
No thanks. I'd be happy. You're not.
You're not too bad yourself, even though you're on a hunger strike.
Yes.
It's a good idea, I swear to God.
The bill has been...
And actually, we could afford to lower the interest rate. Let's cut the interest rate in half. No, let's actually do it one step at a time, 15%. Because of that law that we just passed, the industrial pollution. What is my structural deficit right now? 2.5%.
The bill...
2.99. How much is a intense traffic airport? $910 million. About as much as the port, but subtracted $300 million. The port will help out. Hopefully we get more traffic going into it.
You are giving our country a big breath.
These guys are so confusing. Which actually, let's do one of these. I think we can afford it right now. What about solar? It'll actually be cheaper. That'll give us a terawatt. Public debt is now 62%. Why is it so high? And again, guys, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Go ahead and support me if you have not. I want to continue to do this, and the goal here is to reunify Georgia. That is the plan. To reunify Georgia, maybe change some of its electoral system. I want to introduce at least a couple of constitutional amendments. And actually, let's go over to culture, liberties, freedom of religions. Let's do freedom of expression. For freedom of religion. I was gonna do a poll, but obviously it wanted to... Party's actually against it. Let's go ahead and invite them over for a meeting, and we're gonna try to get them to pass this. I really want that to pass. We'll see what the public reaction to it, too, is. Action of that biodegradable plastic. Let's go ahead and accept that.
Sure. Yes. I'm so...
How does that... I hate my party. I really hate my party.
You've changed.
I got 18,000 reservists. Let's go to company tent for industrial pollution. Let's do another 0.5%. That lowers the deficit by half. May subtract the economy.
The funeral.
The chief of army has died. And in response, let's go ahead and increase agent training and increase the fight against terrorism by $165 million. We're gonna try to take these guys out. Yeah, public finances, whatever. I think the goal for the industrial pollution tax is gonna be 5%. We're gonna try to milk as much of that as possible. Did it pass?
Although
There's no way that passed. When are we getting nukes? Huh. Yeah, the Russians would never attack if I were to get nukes. That could be a possibility. Let's go over to Army. Leave the non-proliferation treaty. I don't have the ability to get nukes yet. I wonder... It's about 4 days from being completed. See how much oil we're getting from that.
The bill has been...
Yeah, figured. I'll have to introduce it at a later time. Culture, religion. I cannot do a TV address for that. What are you guys worried about? Are you guys lowering my credit rating? No, we actually got a better credit rating. We have an A, a single A from Grumpy's. But we have double B's from all of the other credit agencies, but our credit rating is going up. So are we paying our debts? Well, our total debt is going up. So it was like 45%, and now it's 68%. Why did we incur so much debt? Oh, it was because of those projects. Because how much was the medium traffic? It was almost $500 million, but that port was $4 billion. So if I actually look, let's go over to budget. Public debt is $16 billion. It was about 11, maybe 12. 12. Yeah, that was actually because of the port. We spent all that money on the port, and that increased our total debt. Let's go over to cabinets. What are we doing? We're missing a Minister of Justice. Let's look. That's horrible. No scandals. Oh, this guy got jailed. Why is everyone so corrupt? There is a lot of corruption in Georgia. Aha, here you are. Budget deficit is now $740 million. Let me see if I can buy some drones. I just want a single drone. 9.7. 9.15, 9.22. We'll get these in about a month. Let's do 9.15, 2 drones. Sensitive equipment. Pacifists. I hate them.
For the moment, we have...
Yeah, let's do it. Trouble regaining control of the situation. Road accidents are actually going down, and the drug addiction rate is actually going up. What is my growth? 2%. Public finances are doing good. 3.55. Can get an additional $1 billion from industrial pollution. Let's do this in a reform. Let's call it the growth. We'll get an additional $1 billion from this. And that gives us an excess. But we're going to lower the company tax by 1%. To offset the amount of growth that it's going to kill. And once this passes, what is my growth right now? 2%. Inflation, something else is pegging inflation right now. So inflation is starting to flatten off. Almost is down, which is good. So we have as of right now, let's go over to here, company tax. This will pass on the 17th of September. Good job. So we should be able to start paying our debts. Surplus is going to be $10 million. We're going to make our way to October, and we are going to see what we can pay off, what kind of surplus we're going to get, and then we're going to end it there.
The vote.
Yeah, that killed growth, and we can lower the company tax more if needed.
Our infiltrated agent was spotted.
Yeah, there's the deficit. What is our structural deficits? We now have a negative 1.54 structural surplus. So we have a surplus now. Uh-oh. What's going on? Oh, it's just a climate alert. Historic popularity record. Head of state is currently experiencing unprecedented popularity in history of the country. For the whole population, she embodies the ideal leader every nation dreams of. Her ability to listen, her comprehension of people's problems, her faith in the greatness of her country, and her charisma to turn her into an extraordinary woman. We have a $200 million budget deficit as of right now. Well, even that's wrong. Structural deficit. Is again what we are looking for. $48.5 million cash surplus. And we're gonna hold on to that money. We're going to hold on to that money. And then we're going to use it to start paying.
Although your economy.
Okay, let me look. Nationalized $427 million. We have $58 million in the bank right now. Sectors nationalized is $427 million. We are now in an excess. Well, we started off with a, I'm going to go ahead and save this right now. We started off with a massive deficit. We had like a 7% deficit at the beginning of this playthrough, at the beginning of this live stream. And as of right now, we are now operating with a surplus. We are actually operating with a positive 1% structural surplus as of right now. So this was a very successful playthrough. We had a lot of growth. We kind of like let the growth reset at the beginning of the year. And since then, our inflation has been going down. Inflation should be in the next playthrough. We should be able to get inflation maybe down to about 15, maybe about 10% from the current, I guess, trajectory of it. In the next playthrough, what I really want to do is that we're going to start really focusing on anti-terrorism operations, because I have a lot of oil production, a lot of gas production actually in Abkhazia, and the goal is that we are going to launch either an attack, or we're going to focus heavily on anti-terrorism operations in Abkhazia, and we are going to take back the territory. We're going to try to topple the regime that is there as of right now. They are controlled as of right now by the Abkhazia Free Front, a conservative writers regional group. 315,000 sympathizers, 3,200 fighters, 2,500 mercenaries, 35 tanks, and 80 armored pickup trucks. What I really want to do is I really want to get my hands on some drones. Who can I do? Brazil. Brazil could give it to us, because they like us. So we're going to try to see if Brazil will sell us some military equipment. Agreement negotiation. It's not going to be the most. But we just purchased some drones from Brazil, and that'll help us out. All right. Yeah. Let's get rid of this police. Get rid of this sit-in pacifists. I'm gonna launch an investigation of the pacifists too. Come on, let's go to the end. And what is my energy production right now? 0.92, and that solar farm is actually going to help us out. That'll be done in less than a year. But all right.
Here is our growth.
Good. Sit-in has been taken care of. All right, guys. If you guys like this, go ahead and leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you guys want to see more content like this, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss anything whenever I post to this channel. If you guys want to see more Republic of Georgia, hit the like button and comment down below your thoughts. And this was a very successful part of this live stream series, and I can't wait to reunify Georgia. And maybe in the future, I mean, we can take control over the entire Caucasus Mountain region. We can take over Armenia and Azerbaijan, and we can see where we can go with Georgia. Let me check real quick. Azerbaijan, 16,000. Oh, yeah, they have a really powerful military. And Armenia, 44,000. Yeah, we have a long way to go in terms of military strength. We need to become, like, that is the goal as well, is to become the largest economy and the largest military in the region. 16 billion. Yeah, we are stronger economically than Armenia, and then, yeah, we are still competing with Azerbaijan. So this is going to be an economic... Oh, we can actually... Let me look. WTO. Yep. We're going to compete with Azerbaijan in the next part. That'll be fun. That'll be really fun. Georgia and Azerbaijan will now be competitors economically. And we are going to institute some economic strain onto Azerbaijan, and it'll make them hate us, but it's going to be fun in the next part. So guys, look forward to that. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I'll see you guys in the next one, and take care.